So now it's episode 5 of building this vegetable garden extension into the pond. On the last episode I left most of it looking like a puddle like this, but since then I've brought a lot of this sort of poorer quality topsoil down from up there, filling in this bit to this level here so that another layer can be built on top. And at the moment, when the pond is totally full, it's about to here, so I've got above the water level just, but when I've got to here, it's much safer because then the water level doesn't reach here. But eventually, when this pond is finished, I want the water to rise up to about here. So really I want to go one higher than that, and then I'm really safe. And then when the pond's all full, then I can just do all the work from this side, and I don't have to go really into the pond for much at all apart from a bit of pond slop. So I'm just going to continue to cut some of these turfs and move them down there. Here we've got sort of different grades of turfs. This is all kind of quite rubbish soil, and underneath it is nicer soil. So here, this is not got any roots in it. It doesn't hold together brilliantly well. So this is generally used for sort of filling bits up, and it looks nice and rich, but it's not. It's quite sort of nasty stuff. But over here, this has got like some grass turf on it, so this holds together really well. And these bits here I can use for actually making the bank bit at the front. Let's just put them in, like, get this one out, prise it out. Then I can put these in, grassy side down, that side, like the sloping side, facing outwards. And then this little any bits of grass and things growing there will eventually grow and cover the bank. Just make sure there's no large perennial roots, just chuck them over there, and then all this stuff can get kind of just lobbed down there. And then here I'm starting off another terrace, so I want to level it up so it's all nice gentle slope going down to the edge. But for now, let's get down here a minute and tread this one in here like this, so it's all breaks up nicely, and when the rain comes it will wash it all down together and make it nice solid ground. So we're working these backing terraces. So what they've done here is they put the swamp mud with all the weeds in it underneath, and then to make it sort of look nice, they put then the underneath soil on top of that, so it didn't have any weeds in it. But I didn't mind digging up the weeds really, but if I take off these layers that aren't so nice, and this layer with the rotted weeds of the nice swamp topsoil should be there. Ziggy, I need to dig that bit. I'll have to start over here, start another row back. I'm just sort of lowering this whole vegetable garden just by a little bit, so it's surrounded by pond water, easy to get water to water it, and that'd be really, really good. I just cut each of these off into a nice manageable chunk. They are falling apart quite a bit, and then just prise them out like that, and just go along doing a load of them like this. Now I'll get one by one these ones, and I'm going to fill in this hole here with them, so that's all be nice filled in. And some of them just fallen apart, so we're just going to lock them. These bits do fall apart quite well, Ziggy. And then by throwing them, it breaks them up quite a bit as well. Ooh. Sorry, Ziggy. And I'm just going to remove Ziggy a minute. Come on, you're in the danger zone, Ziggy. How about just go up there? Right. Next, put this one here. And this was totally falling apart. Just tuck that one in. And that one. And this one. And that one. And then at least one is held together. A lot of these like weedy bits of this turf here. They can get put further underneath. So just lob this one over here. Maybe get down here a bit. These turfs here don't always stay together very well. Try and get them out in a decent sized lump. Alright, and then that one and that one, and see if that's held together or if it's just loads of different bits. Right, I'll roll it and see. Yep, I think that's held together. Ooh. And I've almost filled in this puddle that remains over here. Just chuck that one in, like that. And then after I've brought them down here, just chuck them with a bit of force so they break up a bit. And then just dig my heels in and just tread them down a little bit. And when they get saturated, they'll do that anyway, but it's good to sort of break them down. It reduces the amount it's going to sag when as the soil settles. So yeah, give them a nice stomping down like that. And get rid of any roots that you see, like bindweed and things, like that, and lob that somewhere where it'll dry and die, like that, and over there, and then that it makes it all nice and trodden down. And then gradually this all gets built up until it's the same level as the bank here, and then here's a bit that's like finished, and just sort of have it sloping up slightly. And then what I'll do here, this bit's ready for the next layer, which usually would be another load of turfs going along here. But this bit is going to be the slope that comes down to the pond. So I can access the pond for water to water the vegetables in when the water's low. And when the pond is full, I can then fill the watering cans here. So this is going to sort of go up like a gradual slope and then meet an orbital path that will go around the vegetable garden. So now I want to focus on getting the next bit of the slope done. I did a bit on episode 1 or 2, this first bit, where it sort of goes into the pond. But then this bit's going to come along here, along the edge of this. Maybe cut the corner off that a little bit. And then sloping upwards, eventually getting to the height of the orbital path around the vegetable garden, which will sort of connect up and make it easy watering for the vegetable garden, so that would be really good. And for that I'm going to need some more slop. Let's get another shovel here. Dig a little bit and just stack it up. And there's a few stinging little roots in there, get them out. Right, and this will just go here and fill up the rest of these buckets here. Right, and now I can grab the first two, get a good balance, and right, and take these off. I've got to remember where the deep bits are, and then this bits are quite slippery just there, or getting really slippery. Let's carry these over here to the path. Here I've got a little bit of a logistical issue I've got to work out, because I can't just walk up the path here. If I'd done the path earlier in the summer, it would have set and dried during the dry weather, but because it's not fully set, I can't walk up it. The geese walk up it, right there it is, but I don't want to put great big footprints in it, so I'm probably going to have to work from this side. So I think I'm going to have to carry these over here if I can. Right, let's move Darius over there, like that. Right, and let's do one at a time. Whoa, Darius! Oh, no, that's not good. No, right, hang in this one. We've got to go a bit further to get around Darius. Oh, Darius! Oh. Right, over there like that. Whoa! And then I can carry these there over to where I want them, is just here. So I basically want to continue this path going along here. If I just tip these first two buckets up here, like that. Get all these little bits out, and then here, and then That's it. And then this one here, that should be quite a bit of section of path straight away, but I can see a few stinging nettle roots in there. Just get them out. Some of the stinging nettles all the way up my path. Lob them over there. And right, now I think I'm going to need my spade to cut a little bit of that, because it's just a little bit too high a slope. Just here it's sloping upwards here, and then it's got to go a bit more sloping upwards. So I think it's just a little bit high, so I'm going to take just a little bit off it, maybe like that. Just slice through it like so. Maybe that lump can come off like that, and that can be just retucked to the back somewhere, and that little bit just there like that, and it's just like not too steep. I don't want it to be a really steep slope. Right, so this can go here to carry on the slope from where it left off, and then the edge there, and then that can go up to kind of there. There's a little marker on that bit, the nasty root there, get rid of that. That can go up to there. I don't think that looks too steep, I think that's alright. And then this bit can go along here. I want the path to be about 2 feet wide-ish. I suppose it's not like a major path, it's only to get water for the vegetable garden. I think that can go out a bit like that, and like this, and then that can just all smooth up nicely to there, break up that lump, and that's yeah, quite a bit of path already there. Just smooth that over like that, and make sure it's like the right shape I want it, and bash out the air pockets a bit. It still looks a bit steep to me. Maybe I'll de-steepen it, and that will make it a bit longer as well. All the way along, just de-steepen it like that, so better. And here, yeah, that's better. And there, right, okay, it's better. And that's a bit low there, so a bit there, like that. And smooth it all off until you're really happy with it. It might take a while, but it's got to be look right. Right, because this will take ages to set, but that's be worth it. I won't need to use it till next spring when the vegetable garden needs watering then, so hopefully it'll be set by then. But before that, if the pond's full, of course I can get watering cans from just the side here. It's only this path is to be used really when the pond is so low that you've got to walk right over there to get water. Right, that's nice. That's the first 2 buckets to stop. Now if I get the other 2, good balance, and woo, and then up, and then carry these 2 off. I might go a different route with these ones and take a cross land route here. This is because the higher this bank gets, the more tricky it gets to come over it with buckets of slop. But these 2 here can go down here, and I can decide then exactly where these are going to go. I'm going to deal with this this bit of bank here, because now that's the path, this is now the bank. So if I just put a bit of foundation down here, foundation slop, just break it up a bit, and that could be nice in there, and in there, and there, and maybe just a little bit there. And now I'll just get a turf. I think one of these perhaps will do. This is more like short grass here, it will hold together better. Alright, so one in there, and one in there, and this should hopefully fit nicely in that little spot. Just get it out of here, and there we go. And then this one, if I can find a way to balance, can go in there like that. Will just falling apart a little bit. I'll just move that out of the way. Right, and that follows on from that one, so the path is there. Right, and a bit of slop in any gaps in there, like so. Smooth that out, nicely there. A little bit of a bit there, and there's a gap there which can be filled with the slop. It's nice. Yeah, just squeeze it all into the gaps and everything. The slop is kind of runny and pliable, so it gets into all these little gaps really well. But of course, too much of it will collapse. And the warmer and drier it is, the quicker it sets. So in the cold time in the winter, it takes weeks, and in a hot day in the summer, it could take just about 4 hours or something. So it varies a lot. Right, bash that into exactly how I want it. That's nice. That's one there. There's kind of room for a smaller one there, but I'll maybe leave that for now and focus on getting this next little turf in here. So I'm probably going to put one of my stop buckets here, like that. Make sure we get all the bits out. Right, that could go there. That can just squeeze in there, and then here I can just put a bit of that as support there. Should dry quite quickly there. Right, now that's nicely spread out there. It's probably going to go a bit further forward, maybe there. That's it, just like that. And now I'm going to get another turf. Here I think I'll get a little bit of a bigger one. There's a bigger space, maybe just like that. And across like this. Ooh. And it's a nice rectangular block like that. And spin it over and hopefully it'll hold together. Hopefully this will fit nicely here. It's trying to fall apart, but hopefully it won't. Right, well, a bit like that. So kind of a 1.5 foot wide path. That's okay. Right, so just these bits at the back, break them up, put a bit of slop in, make sure it holds together nicely there. And then, nothing dry I can nail on here. Like that can squish into there. And then a load of slop can just go into there. When it's dried a bit more, I can put more in. And there, let's hold that up. And a bit more in the back here, like so. And it's probably just enough there. And then this stuff can just make this little bit just a little bit higher here. As well. Right. Because it's more prone to cracking if you don't sort of have turfs with it. But a little thin layer doesn't hurt really. So bindweed root, don't want that. Right. I can go like that. Just like that. And then just a little bit higher, a little bit more flood resistant. Let's scrape off all this wet stuff here and have then another look at this path here. And it's nice and sloping. This top bit will set much sooner than the bottom bit, but of course it won't really need to be used until next spring, so that's kind of all right. And there. And then this bit that I've got to, just put it down into a 45-degree angle so it doesn't kind of collapse. And then I can carry on with this bit then, you know. So that like that. And that's good. Most of the work at the moment though is literally cutting these turfs back, because this vegetable garden is all being lowered and the rubbish soil's being taken off the top and put underneath down there. So the whole surface of the vegetable garden is nice and good topsoil. But that side of the vegetable garden, the top side where you are, that's all been, although it was crap soil, I've dug it in with sand and manure and all sorts for a couple of years. So that side I'm going to keep, because I've improved that. You can kind of improve soil, you know, like that. This clay soil with a bit of sand improves it, and also organic matter improves any soil. So just most of it really is just cutting these turfs and then just lobbing them in behind, and then as it gets higher then I build a bit more of the high bit. But now that I'm much higher above the water level, I haven't got to worry about rain coming and then not being able to do it. All the bit really, apart from maybe that little bit over there, is all above the water level. So that's really, really good. Just cut that one like that, and find out where I cut it there, I think, and then prise that one out like that, and hopefully it will stay together and not have too many roots in it. So, and then this one I think can go over here, where this puddle now is almost gone. Yeah, that's the last bit of it. This one is the second terrace down here, but I think I might have to go down about 3, maybe 4, just to get to the levels balanced out. Just lob that one down there, and then cut out another one. Right. It's nice and easy because it's all chucking it downhill, and because it's not very far, so I'm going to load it in wheelbarrows or buckets or anything. It's just really nice and easy. So, alright, woo! And then this one could perhaps go into there, like that, and then tread some of these down a bit. But if I let them just sit there a bit, they'll be easier to tread down. But just give them a little bit of a bash, like that. And get another one. Alright, so this one can go here, and just work back in rows, like that. And sometimes quite late into the night. And that one over into here, like that. And some of these bits from over here, which are nearer to the other side, can, oh dear, that's all falling apart. So just chuck that one in, like that. Easier to throw but harder to carry. So the broken ones can just lob in like that. Try this one here, see if that one holds together better. I don't know if it's going to. Oh dear. Right, so if I get some of these, just go behind the bits that we did today, just a little bit of support. Just get some of these roots out of here, lob that over there. Right, let's break that up, and without disturbing the setting slop, just break it up there and squish it in with the slop so it's a bit more reinforcing, and then gradually this will fill up. But that just gives it a little bit more strength at the back for now, in case it slips. So, like that. Just tread it in a little bit. I don't want to disturb these, so if you tread it in too much they kind of move, which that one just did. So, just check it's okay. That's fine. Right, that's good. One hazard of this is you always get soil in your boots like that. It's inevitable. So, always tipping them out, but if you don't tip them out, it just gets compacted and it's kind of uncomfortable to walk. Right, so these little bits, just lob them down there, and that bit there, oh, there's a few bigger bits here, just lob them in there, and I think just cut another one here, because this is like 90% of the work at the moment is levelling this. There's just a little odd bit to do on the edges that you sort of get up to them, so lob that one over there. And I think it's starting to get a bit dark now, so that might be enough for today. This little bit can just go under here, sort of, oops, it's like a support for the next bit of path there. Just break that up and get some weeds out of it. And ooh, there's quite a bit of bindweed in that. Don't want that in it. I can lob over there. Right, let's tread that in, and then there's less slop to do the next bit of path. I'll get that bit off there, make sure that's all secure, and put some of these dry bits just squished in against the slope there, of where I've got to. Right, so that's enough for today, I think. So I hope you liked today's episode. If you did, please like and subscribe. If you press the little me somewhere down there, then you can see all my other videos. I suppose I'll get on and do the next bit of this bit, sort of rising it up another level. But yeah, the main part is just getting this backfilling because that's the main bit of it, but it gives me a whole massive extension to the vegetable gardens. I'll be able to fit a lot more in. And where the digger put the original slope, you know, it's like kind of that sort of slope, where I'm putting it into a slope like that. So I'm creating a lot more kind of actual space that can be vegetable garden. And also these outer bits can have a few things planted on them as I get up to those heights. So yes, it's above the kind of danger level of the rising floodwater, because the water really doesn't get to a permanent height at the moment of anything more than about that, maybe that. So it's kind of safe really, and it kind of fluctuates, kind of pours over about that height. So it kind of, if there's a big like a raise in the river, then it can go really high, but it doesn't last for very long. So usually in the winter it's kind of about here somewhere. So all of this bit really is above that level now, and when this is too deep to walk in, I can do it from the top. You know, I can do everything from the top, so that'd be really good. The most concerning bit was getting this first bit done, because if that wasn't done, I'd have to wait till next summer to start it. So the whole kind of foundation-y bit and the bit above it's now all done. It's starting to look more like a vegetable garden extension now. So yeah, if you press a little me, you can see all my other videos. If you have any questions, please ask, and I shall see you next time.